Well, I've done me obviously my 6 turns. Let it rest again for a little bit longer. Yeah. Now I'm going to make a pithivier. Alright. It's not a load of flour on the bench. You might wonder what that's for. That will become relevant in a moment. Right, so now I've done my bit. Happy days. I'm now going to roll it out to get my ring sizes. Yeah, alright. I've got a tape measure. I have a ruler on one of my folders sticking around somewhere. 20 centimetres, yeah. See what size this ring is. 18 is fine. I'll level 18 check. So there's a ring of everyone, yeah. And we don't want to roll it too thin. You want to see the lamination, yeah, you want to see that process. You want to spend all that bloody time on it, not actually having the visual end product. If it's too thin, you're not going to see it. Does that make sense? You see a little bit. Keep it moving. So pinning it out nicely. Pastry brush. It's hard to see that, which makes a miracle. I've done an egg wash, and basically all it is 1 egg yolk. Yeah, and a little bit of water. Yeah, then you mix it together, and then you pass it through a sieve to get rid of all the egg white. Yeah. So when you come to glaze, you're not going to have that egg white gloop possibly stuck to your pithivier, alright? This is why I hate small rolling pins. You want nothing there, chef? Any chance? Me, chef, that? Oh, enough for you. Oh.
Have to get 2 out of it.
2 discs. Yeah. So we'll get out, hopefully plenty of that, yeah. Right. When you use these cutters, you need to dust the edge of rings. Yeah. Because basically what you're going to do is layers, yeah. So obviously now you've got like that, happy days, yeah. That's what you're going to get, and then obviously they will expand.
Just want the medium one.
If you, there's a just get a selection because I want to try and get a couple extras out. Cheers, Christine. It should be fine, but it just gives a little couple more, and then basically it's going to expand out. Yeah, that's the whole purpose. Rise. Yeah. Issue is if you don't flour your blade, if you're going to cut with a blade or your cutter, what's going to happen is you could be a possibility of basically sealing your edges. So instead of being able to rise, they'll be sealed, and yeah, rise on the inside, but it won't rise on the outside, so you won't get that lamination, you won't visually see it, and it'll become lopsided. Yeah. So you've got to make sure you flour your cutter so that when you use a cutter, you're going to basically, you're dusting the side of your puff pastry layers, yeah, so that it's got a chance to open out and rise. Again, don't forget to go back to the flour, yeah, don't right, I've done it once and then keep trying to cut again, because then basically what's going to happen is wasn't well measured, was it, Chef? So,
how many are you doing?
I'm just getting as many as I can out, actually. I don't want big ones, I want small ones. Individuals, as it were.
You can't re-roll that though, can you?
Right?
You can't re-roll.
You could use it for the likes of pilots and items like that. Yeah. So you can reuse it. You couldn't do it for that because you're only having layers now. Yeah. But you can use it for other things. All right. So it doesn't go to waste. A bright person will say, right, got all my trimmings, happy days, pilots or whatever, or roll it out again, slice it, load of parmesan, or roll it out again, fold it with parmesan in the middle, cut them twists. Some to stick on the bar for the guys to eat or nibble at when they're having a couple of drinks, cheese straws, you know what I mean? So you're not wasting anything. You don't waste anything if you can't help it in a kitchen. So that's that, right? So there is my lid, and this is my top. The top, I'm just opening it out a little bit, loosening it up a little bit more, because obviously it's going to have a dome and it's going to go over. Yeah. Frangipan is now firm. Like so, happy days.
So what are we actually baking it in?
What do you mean?
Like last time we did it in an actual like tin. Yeah.
What, the tart?
Yeah.
I know, it's like a pasta. Nada.
So
It's
it's
basically-
sealed at the edges.
Yeah. That little bit for them. There's, like I say, the egg wash. Just one egg yolk, and nice and lightly brush around. So, like I said, as you said, seal at the edges, a bit like rav, big ravioli pastry version. You know what I mean? Yeah, get old. And basically stretch that out a little bit, yeah. So you can get a nice covering on top of your frangipane mix. Obviously with the ravioli you couldn't really do this with pasta. It'll dry out or break, but with a puff pastry it's got a little bit of a gluten strength in it.
What are we doing with the apples then?
We can do them in a minute. They're not going inside, if that's what you mean. No.
Yeah.
We're going to honey roast them, alright? Yeah. That just tightens it all up, alright? Because we sealed it in, happy days. Then, turning knife, yeah? And then basically, you're going to go around. What I would do opposites, yeah? So you want a little scoring. You don't want to cut in. You're not slashing so you can see the filling. You're just scoring the pastry layer. Yeah. If you look on the front, yeah, it's been scored. Yeah. Obviously that's got a fluted cutter, but it's nicely scored. All right.
So it's like a scratch, basically.
It's like a what?
Scratch. Like
Yeah, a little scratch. You scratch in the pastry. Then when you got enough on, then you just go in between. Yeah, so you can get an even scratch, as you're calling it. But yeah, I agree that would work as a description, chef. Like so, happy days. And then that goes on. And this is what you want to do. You don't want to get it right around the edges, because remember, you've done the flour, that's going to stop it from not expanding, and if you egg wash the edges again, it's not going to help because it'll seal it. All right, so try not to get it on the edges. And what I want you to do, I want to do 2 layers of egg wash. All right, so you get a nice egg wash over the top to begin with. Try not to get any pools of egg wash on the top. Yeah. That needs to go in the fridge for about 5 minutes to settle, and then re-egg wash. Alright, let's crack on. Everyone got a ring, everyone got that.
Are we doing smaller rings as well?
It's up to you, you don't have to. Just do your 2, and then I'll put the rest in the freezer if you want. So I'm taking some home for the missus.